solve radical equations. The idea is if A equals B, then A squared equals B squared. That is a rule we're going to use to solve radical equations. The first question, 3 square root x minus 6 equals 0. We're going to add 6 each side. Because we want to have a form that says if A equals B, then we can give it a square to both sides. We can say then A squared equals B squared. Therefore, we add 6 to each side. Now we have 3 square root x equals 6. We're going to divide by 3 each side. And then we have square root x is 2. Now it comes to the rule, if A is B, then A squared is B squared. We're going to give the square to each side. We give the square to left-hand side. We have something look like this. Right-hand side, look like this. All right, let us continue. Move to here. Then we have x equals 4. But do not leave, because today we're going to check something called extraneous solution. What is extraneous solution? It is this. When we square both sides of the equation A equals B, it can result in a solution A squared equals B squared, which we talked about several times in the first part of this video. And that is not a solution of the original solution sometimes. Therefore, we need to go back to check, see if it is a real solution we're looking for. If the solution comes from the solving process, when we bring it back, it proved it is make our original equation false, then we call it extraneous solution. For this reason, we are going to check our work. So if x is 4, we're going to substitute. And we'll ask ourselves, is this 0? That's a question mark. So 3 times 2, that's 6. 6 minus 6. Yes, very good. So the equation is still true. Therefore, we say we found the solution. The solution is x is 4. All right, let us look at our next question. We see square root 3x plus 4 equals 16. Let us get rid of 4 by minus 4 each side. Then we have square root 3x equals 12. Now, it comes to this step. If A is B, then what is the next step? We're going to give square to both sides. We're going to square this and square this. That's our next step. Okay? All right. So after you square it, we have 3x. We have 144. Now, we're going to divide by 3 each side. And what do we have? We have x is 48. Remember, we need to check, do we have extraneous solution? Extraneous solution means from this process, remember we have to square both sides. But from this process, there might be a solution of the original equation. When we bring it back, when we substitute, it will make the original equation false. Therefore, we call it extraneous solution. We're going to check. Now, if x is 48, we say 3 times 48 plus 4. Is it 16? 3 times 48, 144 plus 4. Is it 16? 12 plus 4. Indeed, it is 16. Now we can say we found the solution to this problem. X is 48. All right, let us continue. How about this one? This is going to be quick. We're going to minus 5 minus 5 each side, and then we have square root 5x equals 0 minus 5, that's negative 5. Remember, we're in the real number family, okay? Real number family. And at this stage, we're going to say there's no real solution. Why? Because the square root become a negative number. Therefore, we can stop right here. We say no real solution. This word real does not mean it's true or false, it's a fake. It means we're in the real number system. We cannot find a solution in the real number system. When you go to Algebra 2, we're going to continue, do some work for this problem. Alright, here's a question for you. If you're using your homework practice, you probably recognize this one. Give it a try, see what do you have. Alright, did you do this first? That is right. And then you have 6, right? And next step, did you say I'm going to square both sides? And you have. And then this becomes really simple, become your very basic one-step equation. You're going to solve for one variable, and then x is 29. All right. Always make sure you're going to check the answer. You're going to check, is this extraneous solution? You're going to ask yourself this question. Check, check. So after you finish checking, and this is indeed your solution to this problem. Okay, 2 problems here for us to solve. Let's do some speed math. We're going to add 4, and cancel out. Square root x minus 8 is positive 2. Give it a square. Give it a square. Come out. That is 4. Add 8. X is 12. And don't stop here because you want to check, is this extraneous? So you're gonna bring it all the way back and substitute. You're going to ask yourself a question, is this negative 2? Check, check. Okay? After you finish checking, this equation is still true, which means this is indeed your solution to this problem. Okay, I hope at this stage you become really good at these steps. You're going to add 2 to cancel out this part. And then you have 2 square root x minus 4 is 4. Now, you're going to divide by 2, so that you can have just square root x minus 4 equals 2. Now it comes to, if a equals b, then a squared equals b squared. Therefore, we're going to give give square to both sides, okay? We're going to get a square both sides. All right, after we give the square, what do we have? We have x minus 4 equals 4. Last step, don't be too fast. Sometimes when we do so fast, we can make a mistake last step. And then the whole work is gonna be ruined. So slow down, slow down. So x is 8. Remember, when we solve a radical equation, we must go back to check, see if this is extraneous solution. Therefore, we're gonna substitute 8 right here. So 8 minus 4 is 4. Square root 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. So indeed, this is true. This is our solution to this problem. I'm glad you're still here. You did not leave. You did not stop this video because this problem is different from the previous ones. We have radical on your left-hand side and on your right-hand side. No worries. It is still the form if a equals b. And we're still going to do the same thing. We're going to square both sides. Okay? Square n squared. Therefore, we're going to have 3x minus 2 equals x. Oh, this is something that you were able to solve a long time ago. You're so good at this. So we're going to add 2 each side and minus x each side. We're going to have 2x equals 2. And last step, divide by 2 each side, and x is 1. Once again, do not forget, check your if it's extraneous. Alright, you just solved the x is 1, excuse me, x is 1. Then you're going to go back to check, is this extraneous? So we're going to substitute, ask, is it still equal? Is it still a true equation? So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 minus 2 is 1, and right hand side, left hand side, they have this. And 1 is 1, that's good. So this is indeed our solution. I'm proud of you, you're still here. You already passed the 10 minutes mark. This is our last question, okay? All right, let me change into something like this, because this will be more interesting. All right. Now, previously, you see a question radical on the left-hand side, radical on the right-hand side. This time, I changed it into subtract, then equals 0. See if we can have a solution. Okay? All right. I really wanted to become the form if A is B. Therefore, I'm going to add it to both sides. Therefore, this cancels out. Okay? This cancels out. Now, we're going to have 21 minus x under the square root equals square root and 1 minus x. Now, it says if a is b, then a squared equals b squared. Therefore, we're going to give a square, give it a square, and give it a square. Let me erase this part so make it cleaner for you to see. All right, we give it a square, and we have 21 minus x equals 1 minus x. We can stop right here. Why? Because you're telling me, this equation is telling me I'm a quantity. I add 21 equals myself add 1. This is definitely not true, so we're going to say that's it. All right, you did a great job. Happy learning.